Hey guys, what's up? It's Thirsty Thursday. I hope everybody is staying hydrated today. Um, if you guys don't know already, and I'm sure you probably already know, but just for the slight chance that there's some of you that haven't heard yet, there are quarantine camps in Washington, D.C. Quarantine facilities, you know. Um, Now, that's a euphemism, but we know what they really are. FEMA, FEMA, you know what's, yeah. And, well, that's happening. Oh, and, there is a concrete wall being built by the same people that don't want a wall around the border. They say it's not necessary. They did everything in their power to make sure it didn't happen, but yet these same people are building a wall now on the inside of the iron gates of the White House. So, isn't that ironic? These people that didn't want a wall to keep illegals from coming in are now constructing a wall to keep people from coming in. And that begs the question, this place that is white, it's supposed to be one of the most secure places in the country, if not the world, right? So if it's so secure, why do they need iron gates for one, and then to construct cement walls on the inside for two? Why do they need that? On top of all of the other security measures that we probably don't even know about. Something must be happening, or they must know something that we do not. And the truckers that go back and forth between this and the Canadian border, well, they're being told, if you haven't heard, that they can't travel through there anymore, through that border anymore, unless they, get that. So a lot of them said, take this job and shove it. Fuck you, I ain't doing it. So now we got a bunch of people that are not going to be delivering any goods from here to there, and from there to here, and yada, yada, yada. And that is also happening on the East Coast, the ports there. No one's working the docks. So even if we got all of the goods that are still sitting there today in the middle of, or not in the middle, but, off the coast there of, uh, you know, New York and all the others, and then the ones on the West Coast, you know, all the West Coast ports. Yeah, even if we got all the goods off of those shipment containers, there's no one there on the docks to receive, to unload, and to process any of that stuff, inventory and whatnot. So now we have an issue up at the Canadian border with the truckers. Yeah. Snowball just keeps getting bigger, doesn't it? So, on top of the wall being constructed at the house that is white, on top of the camps that are now open in DC for everyone to just go right in, have fun in there. Let's see. What other crazy shit is going on? I mean, there's so much. There's so much on an hourly basis. It's hard to even just keep track. I'm having a brain fart right now, trying to think of what I was thinking about before I started doing this video, and now I'm brain frozen. My brain is frozen. But I mean, yeah, the new variants, the new variants. People, they don't understand the science. So we're all still asking ourselves, well, why is everyone still getting this and spreading this, and why? It's because people keep bowing down. People just keep doing what they're told, and they just don't have the nerve. They don't have the foresight or the insight to see that they have been duped. We have all been duped. We're all wrong. Everything that the people keep perpetuating this thing, keep this thing going, all the stuff that they said is wrong because they were being told the wrong information by people that knew it was wrong. But they bought into it. They believed it, what they were being told. And so now we've got all these people realizing, or not realizing that they have been duped. And like I said, the people that have realized it have either done something, changed their behavior, woke up, realized, okay, they were wrong. Let's change the behavior and get on the right track, get on the right path. But unfortunately, there's a bunch of other people that realized that they were duped. They've been duped. In here, they keep it to themselves, and they just keep going on because it's too hard to admit. It's too shameful to admit that they've been duped and they were wrong. And yes, we were right. We knew what we were talking about. And, all the years and all the months and all the time we spent trying to wake these people up, and all the resistance they gave us, all the names they called us, and all of the, the feelings they made us feel. And now they realize that we were right, but they don't want to admit it to themselves or to the people that they were, wrong about. And so instead they just stay complacent and stay silent and just keep going on the same path because that's easier to do than to admit that they were wrong. And that's why we have a bunch of people that are just dying because they don't know what to do. They don't even know how to admit that they were wrong. And, well, too bad for them, I guess. Because, it's like we've, those scenarios where people say, okay, you didn't want to prep, you didn't want to help anyone, you didn't want to help yourself, but now you're knocking at my door asking for food that I spent time and money on prepping. And a lot of people said, if they are faced with that they're going to say, no, sorry, kick rocks, get out. And I can't say that they're wrong for that. Some people might not do that. They might say, well, even though I'm going to help them and, do what I can. And that's noble. But I'm more apt to look at these people in the face and say, hey, you didn't want to do anything to help yourself or anyone else. And now you're knocking on my door. Or now you're asking me to give you one of my MREs out of my pack. Or whatever. And, I'm sorry. You should have known better. You should have listened when you had the chance. You should have done something when you had the chance. And now I'm using my preps that I spent time and money on to help myself and my family, or whoever's with me, get through this rough period. And maybe I don't have enough to just hand out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or, every stranger that comes up asking for, help or food. And it's gonna be that way. Sorry to say, it's gonna be that way. It's already that way now. Help people if you can, but if you can't, I'm sorry. Help the ones you can and pray for the ones you can't. That's all you can do. And so, with all this stuff ramping up, camps now open in DC. Yeah. There's a wall being constructed around the house that is white, made of cement. What's that all about? The shortages, the food shortages, and the shelves at Walmart around the country. You've seen the videos recently. Empty, empty, empty stores, empty shelves, bare. I'm telling you, man, do something to help yourself now. Buy some stuff for your pack. Buy some stuff for your pantry, your preps. Get in those stores and get some of the canned goods and some of the stuff while it's still on the shelf, if there is any. And if not, you better find a store that has it, and you better go get the stuff. Because tomorrow, your store down the street from where you live, or a mile away, or however miles away the nearest store is from your place, they might be empty tomorrow. They might not get their weekly or monthly shipment or delivery that they get. They might get hit by a big crowd of people because they tried every other store and this is the only one left in this town, and so now they hit it. And now you go there, every week like you do to get whatever you get, and oh no, the store was just hit yesterday by a big mob of people. They came in and cleaned the whole place out within 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. But you didn't know that because you were at your place doing your thing, and so here you come in, and all the shit's gone. The manager says, yeah, we were hit yesterday. We got a couple of bags of rice and some canned stuff, but that's about it. We're limiting people to 1 can, or 1 bag of rice, or 1 pack of toilet paper, or 1 of this or 1 of that, because we only have so many and we don't know when the next shipment's coming in. We've been told it's a few weeks out. So get the stuff that you can get while you can get it, because you might have to wait. And if you're worried about maybe having to go to one of these safe facilities in DC, do something to help yourself to prevent that from happening, however you see fit. Because let's be honest, they're in DC now, right? But do you think that it's possible that other states in this country might start saying, hey, you know what? DC had a good idea there. Let's do that. Let's open up some safe camps in this state. And I don't know where. East Coast, South, North, West Coast, Mid-East. It could happen anywhere. It could pop up anywhere. And then they could say, well, you know what? There's 50,000 people in this town. Half of them are unvaxxed. Oops. I said the word. Half of them are you know what. So let's get that half in these safe places, these safe facilities. Y'all ain't worried about that? Y'all don't think that could happen? In New Orleans, it's a dangerous city. There's a lot of people there. A lot of people that don't want to go along to get along. Texas, the Carolinas, California, Oregon. These are all places that, potentially could have these things soon. Okay? The situation with China and Russia, that's not gone away either. what's going to be the next shoe to drop there in that whole situation? You know, all these talks and these meetings that people keep having, but yet nothing gets solved, nothing gets resolved. At the end of these meetings, it's the same situation as it was before the meeting, or worse. Now both parties are walking away pissed, and they're like, well, that was a waste of goddamn time. Let's just go straight to WAR. Fuck this. You know, I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of people are feeling at this point. You know? And, I don't know. Just be ready for anything. I mean, tomorrow, the next day, we could be sitting here having the same conversation. Like, hey, well, stuff keeps happening, still happening. Stuff is still happening, you know. We're all just like, not waiting, but we're all just kind of like anticipating, sort of, it seems like, you know. So use this time, while nothing is happening, use this time to fill in the gaps, fill in the holes, get some things that you may not have thought of, or, you know, may be short on. And it doesn't have to be just, you know, rice and canned goods. If you're short on bleach, get some bleach. You know, you need some extra Windex, or you need some extra fucking Neosporin, or you need some extra, you know, Band-Aids for your Medikit, or just whatever the little things may be. Toothpaste, deodorant, you know, that stuff is important. Dental floss, bars of soap, you know, organic, natural, good, you know, oatmeal bars of soap, stuff that's good for your skin. You know, there's all kinds of shit you could stock up on that would be useful, you know, for your home preps or your bug out bag or whatever, your truck, your car, if you got one, you know, if you got a vehicle, you know, store the shit in there. I mean, fuck, dude. That video, Dabu7, speaking of which, speaking of, I don't know why I said that, but Dabu7 put out a video the other day, about 2 days ago, talking about these facilities. And it was an alarming video, I have to say. It was very eye-opening, and it was great, but it was alarming, you know. And I don't know, man. So I've heard theories of why they're putting up that wall there. And what about the Capitol, the police, the Capitol Police? I don't know if you've seen those guys. They look like fucking SWAT team members. They look like soldiers getting ready to go to, you know, Iraq or some crap. They don't look like police. And they're armed to the teeth. Have you seen them? Go look at that. Google up the fucking these new cops that are the Capitol Police. And there's a rumor going around that they might be federalized soon. Do you all realize what that means? If the Capitol Police get federalized and they start sending them out to these big cities like LA, Chicago, New York, San Francisco, to assist the National Guard or the already in placed law enforcement, whatever that is, to assist them in, you know, getting people to these safe facilities. Is that what's going to be happening? Maybe. And for all the people, and we've talked about this months and months ago, for all the law enforcement that will not be willing to go around arresting people and rounding people up and, ticketing people or giving out fines and things like that. They have a solution for that. There's a bunch of people that would be willing to do that. Think about what I'm saying. There's a bunch of foreign people that could be invited and welcomed in here to do what the American law enforcement and American military or patrons were told to do, refused to do that, and so they're now having these foreign, people do it because they need to fill in the gaps, right? If they're not willing to do it, well, here's a bunch of people that are. So maybe we're getting ready to see some kind of, I have to be careful with what I'm saying, certain words, but if I say it in a way, you may get what I'm saying. Understand, we're going into a dark place. We're heading into uncharted territory, dark waters. The light is getting dim. It's getting dark around here. So light your torches and be ready for any damn thing. Get your mind. Imagine the most terrible thing you can imagine. And then think, God, is that possible? And if it's not possible, why isn't it possible? All right. It's been 22 minutes. I'm going to cut this video here. I just wanted to talk about some crazy shit. If you stuck with me this long into the video, I appreciate it. I thank you guys so much for your comments and your support. I love all of you, every single one of you, and I appreciate you guys more than you know. Words can't put into words how much I appreciate your comments and your feedback and all of it. So I hope you guys are all staying safe out there and staying free out there and keeping God in your heart, for whatever that means for you. Don't comply. Don't go along with any of this. The only way we stop this snowball from rolling and keep it from getting bigger is by resisting, not complying. And that's the problem. That's why we are not seeing any change or difference, because we keep complying. We keep jumping through their hoops. We keep believing the shit that they shove down our throats. Dr. Fallacy and everyone else. We have to stop. We have to resist it. We have to not comply. We have to say no. We understand the science. We understand the truth. We understand that we've been duped and we've been lied to, and now we're going to stop and do something different. We're going to change our behavior. Because if we keep just, going, all right, well, we've been lied to, but you know what? I'm just going to keep doing it because everybody else is. Fuck it. Going along to get along. Huddling in the corner with the other sheep. That's why this won't stop. So, resist, resist, resist. I love you. This has been War Child Warrior. Stay safe, stay free. See you soon.